created as a tool, an instrument of division and control of man, of everyone that would speak it. And it's basically, it's tuned into this cult, and it is a form of magic, and that's why it's, when you spell something, you're casting a spell, and when you use words in a particular way, it's like the law is riddled with it. If you say I'm Irish, you're not saying you're a sovereign entity of this place. What you're saying is you're property of a legal instrument that was created. So what you have to say is, I'm a living man and I'm a native era.
Yeah.
That is outside the law, believe it or not.
Say it again, dude. I was listening, but I wasn't latched on.
Instead of saying, like, you know...
If that makes sense what I said, which it doesn't. You know, say it again.
The language is there.
I'm interested.
It's created to kind of put you at a fucking poor footing on any argument.
Yeah.
Especially legally, because it's all about... you have reality, and then you have tracing paper over that reality.
Yeah.
And where the details are fudged. For a corporation, will say that'll benefit from you believing in the fucking tracing paper as opposed to the reality.
Yeah.
And your reality is you're a living man and you're native of era.
Yeah.
You're not an Irishman.
Yeah.
Obviously you are Irish because you're era.
Yeah.
But you have to say you're a living man.
Yeah.
Era, native of era.
Yeah.
That's makes you an Irishman.
Yeah.
But if you say, yeah, I'm Irish, I'm from Ireland, the Republic of, then you're on the paper, not the fucking reality. So the language is there to smudge the facts for you.
Yeah.
Where they can make it seem to you like, oh well, I suppose they know better. They don't. They're just conning you out of your life.
It's all an illusion.
Everything is an illusion.
The whole fucking world's an illusion.
But there's some lovely philosophies out there, like life is a dream and we're all dreamers and we're all dreaming the dream.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
nice.
Yeah, I get it, but you know, you have all these people now. I've all these little things that I get pleasure from because they make me chuckle, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? When I hear myself saying that about a thing, I'm enjoying it. It's my comedy. So I'm looking at these guys having this argument about the earth being flat or the earth being a planet, like a round fucking planet. And my God almighty, the levels of crazy that it goes to is so fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. It's the best comedy.
Where are you watching this argument on fucking YouTube or some
I find
shit?
them all on YouTube and stuff, man. YouTube is the university because everyone is putting stuff to it.
Yeah.
But it's only as important as you designate it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can only, like in anything, it's only as important as you make it. And there's a lot of the boy who cried wolf about the internet and YouTube and all that kind of activity, and there's a lot of like the Emperor's New Clothing about that.
Yeah.
As in real life.
Yeah.
But it's, again, we're in a transition, the psychological self, trying to, because people say, oh, your brain is only about fucking neurons and electrons and blah, blah, blah. It's more than that, obviously, but when you're taking in information, it's so easy to manipulate the human. But so when you go there, it's like, I'm going to get drunk today. You know you're going to get drunk and you know you're going to talk a lot of shit, but you're going to have a great laugh.
Yeah.
And you're just getting all this shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're flushing the system, basically. And you're enjoying the whole process. For me, that's what it's like when I go on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck will we find today?
Yeah.
But you don't take it seriously.
No.
But you have food for thought.
Yeah.
And that's important. It stretches your mind and your vocabulary because you'll say, I don't know what he's on about. So you get out a dictionary,
brilliant.
you're figuring shit out.
It's just brilliant. We live in a great age. The fact that we can have a chat and guys in there at home in their living room can be involved with us and listening to our shit. Isn't it so cool? Isn't it so fucking like...
But it's not new. I mean, the radio did this.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but just
Pirate
that
radio
it's so
stations.
accessible. Look, that two dudes from Woolton Park and Beachfield can fucking do it now as well. Like, I know it's always been, but like, it's so that everyone has access now to you know,
It is crazy.
to see our conversation now, and if they don't like it, flip it over, fuck off. We never want you in the first place. And if you like it, tune in again. Blackboard Podcast.
But the way I see it is
Have you a
like
jingle? No, you need a jingle, dude. I was thinking coming up, you need a jingle.
I have a crow
I need a jingle.
doing his whatever he's saying. He's saying something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And that's pretty much the podcast. Well, I don't know what they're saying, but they're saying something. You know what I
a
mean?
jingle to come on when I came in the room.
I had given it some thought, but then I found myself thinking too much about it. So I said, "Fuck it, just put a bird there, man. Fine." No, I don't want to be. There's obviously loads of room for growth, and but it's like
job. You're doing a great job.
It'll snowball into what it'll be.
It'll be. It is.
It's fantastic. From the initial concept, it's totally different.
It's nice. It's nice and chilled. I like it.
It is chilled, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. It is. Yeah. I'll tell you if it's shy. I'll tell you if it's good. It's good.
But I like being in her. Yeah, I love being in her.
It's nice.
Usually alone. It's like
it's nice to have someone with you. I've seen some of your stuff. It's nice. It's nice when there's someone with you. Do you know what I mean? Like it's nice. It's nice.
It's nice. Great when there's someone.
It is. It is. Do you know what I mean?
It's great, but it's like
it's nice to have some. It's nice to watch you. I don't watch all of it now, but I have seen. It's nice to watch you with someone. I find. I find that quite nice. I'm not saying watching you by yourself isn't, but watching you interact with someone, you're quite good at it, and you get a bit out of people, and it's quite nice to watch actually. Yeah, so it's fantastic.
But the only reason I do a lot of my own stuff is like with the whole work situation. You've your time thing, and then people's time. You can't expect people to drop everything and suit your time.
No.
But when they can, great.
Yeah.
And when they will, super. Yeah. I'm totally delighted that they do. But in my head, trying to encourage this discipline, this routine,
practice,
if you will.
As well.
Yeah. So I want to have once a week something.
Yeah.
Now, if I could get a person to come in and have a chat once a week, awesome.
Can you take it mobile? No address? Can you? Well, you can take it out. So we
I
all
probably could, but
we can all fucking do a mobile thing, but like it's not as
I suppose I want to have it in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There might be the odd one where you're.
Well, yeah. Well, for example, you don't see Joe Rogan out on the fucking streets, fucking like interviewing people. He's always in his fucking cave.
It's association, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No, I get it. I get
it. The painting, the name,
the background.
It's all association. You want to instill that into the whole what it is. And so when people aren't coming in or cancel, because a lot of people have said yes, but then you give them a week to think about it and they start getting a bit twitchy.
A bit fucking twitchy.
And the sad thing is, I understand everything they say to me.
I know.
Because I've been there, done that, and I'm like, maybe they'll
it can be a nervy thing.
It'll go on them eventually.
Yeah,
maybe
it can be a nervy thing. Being watched, or you might fucking stumble on your words, or you might not. I'm with you, dude.
You can say, look, you said you're a bit worried about this. Before they leave, you replay it for them. So, what do you think? I think it's fine.
Lay it out there, fucking.
It's grand.
Warts and all, dude.
But then you find they'll come back again.
Yeah.
And they're more relaxed. Yeah. And da-da-da-da. You know, it's no big fucking deal. It really isn't.
Oh, we'll have to do it again. We'll do the uncut version next time. We'll do the fucking. We'll go a little bit deeper now. The next time we'll go uncut like fucking after hours.
Have your drinks. Do you drink?
Yeah. No, not really. Do I drink?
You wouldn't be opposed to it, like.
No, I've had. Maybe the last drink I had might have been a few weeks ago or months ago. No, I wouldn't drink regularly, but I'd have a pint of Guinness if the occasion arose or whatever. But I wouldn't drink at home, or I wouldn't. No,
I sampled some. What was I sampling last night? What was I sampling last night?
You were on with some whiskey at one point.
Yes, it was whiskey. Yeah. But I kill whiskey. I was drinking at a family gathering once, and there was a lovely couple there from the neighbourhood in Beachfield, Nick and Meg Dempsey. Lovely fucking people, man. They're just so cool. And we were out at my sister's house in Kilworth at the time. I don't know, some family fucking thing. Huge crowd. It's like being in a pub.
Yeah.
And we got to drinking whiskey anyway at some stage. And there was myself, Mick Dempsey, and his wife, Megs. And I put in my whiskey and I was putting in a mixer, and she's looking at me with absolute horror on her face because you just destroyed that whiskey. Because I put in.
You put in like fucking.
I'm not like a whiskey.
TK lemonade or something into
I put I think a Coca-Cola or was it something else? But basically, I don't want to taste all the whiskey because it's like me getting a punch in the nose.
I know, it's harsh.
But I do like the whiskey effect.
Yeah.
Because it's just lovely. But we'll say the first half of the bottle, I want to have a mixer. And the second half, I don't need a mixer at all because I'm there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I love that's my process.
Yeah.
Megs, on the other hand, is like straight off the bat, forget your mixer, enjoy the whiskey.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was something that stuck in my mind. I remember laughing so hard when she said it to me. She was so disgusted. And I just thought, yeah, we're being watered down with every generation.
But they say like I don't drink whiskey now, like, but like they say like a good whiskey like actually is like.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be a connoisseur of anything. You know, if I like something, that's the reason I'm trying. But you know, you won't swim where you can't swim. I like to be somewhat sensible about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to get rat-arsed just because that's the way you drink it.
Yeah.
I'd say, look, when I drink it like that, it's like someone smacked me in the face, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy it. So I can still taste the whiskey, but it's down to to where I can manage it and enjoy it. And then as the night goes on, or as the bottle gets less and less, so does the mixer.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the night, I might have 4 or 5 glasses of proper whiskey with no mixer, no ice. And it's like, delish. But it takes me half a bottle to get there, you know what I mean? And that's, I wouldn't be drinking it up. Tullamore Dew, that's what it was. I have a beautiful bottle the brother got me for my 50th birthday. But I have this lovely bottle I got with honey in it that I haven't opened yet. And I got a lovely bottle of rum that has honey in it.
Yeah.
They're going to be for whatever crazy individual
really
wants
special guest.
Yeah, because I love to have
having fun. Yeah.
Have a piss up podcast.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
You know what I mean? So I'm waiting. I'm going to do a little promotion thing on those Tullamore Dews for the like, you know, who wants to share this on a podcast kind of thing. You know what I mean? It'll be fun.
There's so many interesting guys around and girls, I'm sure, but there's so many interesting people that would be great cracking here. Like
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
but there's all these preconceived notions and mistakes they might have towards myself or the whole process. They think like, you know, I mean, some people. I met a guy yesterday. We were up at the V.
Yeah.
Went for a nice fucking stroll. It's beautiful up there, isn't it?
The rhododendrons, or is it called rhododendrons or rhododendrons? Anyway, they all those pink flowers.
Oh yeah.
Fucking gorgeous, aren't they?
We went down by the lock, and then we went beyond the lock, and there was a guy there. There was that big race I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, the knock meal down challenge.
Yeah.
First
I fucking heard about it.
It just happens to be up around there when
they
it was
were
on.
just finished. There was a Jeep leaving. Excuse me, with a trailer full of kayaks.
Oh, they were just finished up.
And he was just tidying up below and finishing up. And I got asking him, like, you know, I was like, what's the story here if I want to bring my kayak up and go in the lake and the lock? He said, well, it is private property, but there'd be no bother with it.
No
like,
one stop, yeah.
He said, the only thing
I've swam in there a few times.
Because their thing is using it, and they have, like, whatever there, that they lock the gate at the top. So you can't drive down there.
I know. So you got to walk your boats.
So you got to walk down with your boats. And I'm like, oh, that's just straight away. I'm thinking, I'm lazy.
For what as well?
I'm too lazy for this
shit. It's a nice area, but really it's not.
I can just go from my toe in the river and I'm good to go.
Then head down to Pandaline or up to Flatley's.
It was just, you were there, you thought, fuck it, it'd be great. Who'd I ask? And then when they start putting up these roadblocks in your head, you're like, I'm way too lazy for this shit. And who am I kidding? I'm not going to drive up there with my kayak. I'm not. But then he's like a kayak.
It's not.
But the guy had kayak, and he's a lovely guy. He was any question you could have, he answered for you. So he's like, oh, this is the thing, this is what we do. He said, there's 300 people after coming through here already this morning. And I'm like, doing what?
Yeah.
And then he explained what they were doing, and I was like, fuck.
A brilliant event.
Awesome
I've
event.
never done it, but some of my customers were in
the course
Friday
of the
getting
year,
some stuff for it.
They have like a weekend thing where they kind of get you ready for the one next year.
Yeah.
If you're interested, like.
There's a series of these events, and well, this might be separate now, but there's like, is it Quest, is it? And these adventure races are all over, like, do you know what I mean? Where you run 5 miles and you cycle 20 miles on boreens, and then you jump out and you jump to a boat and back, run over.
It's like the Iron Man thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but a little bit more kind of, I suppose,
accessible for the
everyday man. Exactly. You know what I mean? More,
you don't have to be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you know what I mean? You're only competing to finish it or to join your friends.
Like
or
a marathon of a sort.
You know, the guys at the front, I'm sure, are fit and going for prizes and stuff, but generally speaking,
they're probably using it for training for something bigger, perhaps.
I'm sure everyone has their own.
But it sounded very inclusive.
Yeah.
And it sounded like great fun if you got yourself into that condition.
Up for it, like. If you're up for it, like,
And I'd say you'd have some crack with the people involved. So I was like saying, would you come on a podcast and talk? Because the only reason I said it was, number one, immediately I was interested.
Yeah.
And he was very good at talking, and he had a great personality.
Yeah.
And he was like, you just know usual shit you'll get when you say to someone, but he said our PRO, which I have to get in touch with this week, would definitely probably be interested in talking about, because they're involved in other like similar things. So I'm hoping that they might come in the near future and we could have a chat, because it's fucking super interesting.
Bit of fun, like.
I totally didn't expect. I love when you just go feet on the ground, get out, and shit happens, man. You know, you come across these lovely surprises and meet some lovely people.
Yeah.
So it's
like we said earlier, there's just so much stuff going on, but you wouldn't know about it unless you're kind of tuned into it, and you're with people who are into it, or like-minded people who might.
Because he was saying that I was going on about the archery club and the Red Fox Archers, and we have a wood outside car, and he was saying that they're meant to be having a thing where they'll walk through that wood in the year. There's a bunch of meetings to be had yet, and he goes, would you have a problem with that? I'm like, fuck, I wouldn't. I don't think the club would. Yeah. I think if anything, we could maybe
build something around it.
Yeah. And promote or build a profile of both. Yeah, because he asked the question that blew my mind, and he goes, how do you monetize it? Monetize what? The whole podcasting. Because I don't make a dime out of that. I spend money on it.
You spend money on it
because it's
you pick lads up even in town if they wanted to come out. Like, I know.
I said it's nothing to do with money, because I said I looked at initially when I think my nephew was talking to me about monetization, and I'm like, what's that? And then he's showing me all these hoops you'd have to jump through, and I'm like, fuck that. No. If you go looking at that shit, you're going to do nothing.
You could look at maybe that you might want to like maybe build a little profile for yourself that you could maybe look at that you might like, you know, and that maybe there might be some value to you as kind of maybe but like, it's just a bit of fucking. It's just fucking chatting to fucking dude and fucking and
it's
fucking
fun.
To know people.
If I'm not having fun, I'm not doing a thing.
Good.
You know, if I'm not in love with something, I'm not doing it.
It's a hobby.
It's simple as that. I mean,
it's a nice way to meet people. It's a nice way to fucking.
Since my father brought me into his pirate radio station when I was a kid,
cool.
That has been in my head to be in a radio station or something like that, but not to the point where I go and work for a fucking corporation.
You don't want to be the 2FM in the afternoon.
I just want to be totally independent, and then, you know,
say whatever you want as well then, and you can use your
you're being yourself.
You're
not putting on some weird way of talking.
You're not allowed to use a curse word, which is obviously part of our language, and I don't mean anything
100%. We're indigenous,
but I don't use it in any bad way. It's just part of my vocabulary to enhance a phrase. I'll throw a fucking naturally or whatever.
It embodies emotion and expresses emotion so beautifully and poetically that it is the Irish language. And fuck it.
And you can't be restricted.
Alright, our 5-year-old now, he's found a string of words. I don't know where. No, I'm getting the blame.
I know where he gets them, alright,
but I'm like, let him off. I said, if you're going to make a big deal out of that to him, it's going to register up here. And he's like, I've got a weapon now that I can use against Mommy and Daddy, because this drives them insane. So I'm like, he'd figure this shit out in his own time with his people. And I know there's a lot of the words he's picking up from his buddies. You know. I mean, boys especially, we know how it is. Mommy and Daddy, we're getting nothing from Mommy and Daddy. Just restrictions. It's our buddies. Most of the things important in life, you've learned from your buddies. You know, from fucking around and did you hear all the gossip? And, you know, that's how it happens. That's how we were brought up. So I'm trying to say to her, don't be getting out of your pram about it. He's going to be fine. He's just learning. He's only 5. I said he's brain dead, biologically speaking, until
his brain hasn't developed at all.
24.
You know, his brain is only a baby's brain still. Like,
so let him fucking enjoy it. He's playing with these things. It's like Junior, the other guy. He loves all these animated movies. And he have his favorite, and he reenacts them. He's got that dramatic flair about him, and he's making up costumes out of these rags and shit. And he's reenacting
expressing
at the most inappropriate moments in time. Doesn't matter. He doesn't care where he is or what the environment is at that any given moment. If it comes to him, he's reenacting a scene out of one of his favourite movies.
Cool,
And I'm like, let him off. Let him fuck off.
I like it,
He's being who he is. He's growing into who he is. I'm not going to tell him what to be.
No.
because my father had his heart broken. It was, you know, I remember when my father realized that I might have mentioned, well, I'm an artist, because you didn't go to college. Because yeah, but I don't have to, because I know I'm an artist.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, way down here, and I can understand his reaction only because he's a father of X amount of kids.
Yeah.
He's a grown man. He knows what, he's traveled the world. He knows what it is. He doesn't want to be worrying about his kids being in poverty because they're artists.
Yeah.
And that's all he knows.
Yeah.
Is
Just trying to mind you.
99% of artists in history have been poverty.
Yeah.
Early deaths, blah, blah, blah. And he's straight away panicking. He said, no, you're not a fucking artist.
We have no
They're
weird
all
artists around this fucking place,
spastics.
dude.
But, you know, once he figured out that you're not afraid to work either, because his reaction made you realize, okay, I need other things. I need many things that I can pour myself into where I can earn money.
You can.
But my focal point is
your art.
Is I'm an artist. I have to create, and that's all.
Yeah.
That's important. But the reality is, you have to fucking do whatever you got to do to make the money.
I know, you got to put food in the
because
fridge.
you're being a realist as well. You don't want them worrying about you. Like.
No, we're parents as well, and we need to put.
So you kind of that's kind of vision, awareness of the moment, of the person is a great thing to have as well. A lot of people don't seem to have it, I'm afraid, but in their time, in their ripple, they'll get there. But I just think there's less friction.
Yeah.
Because you can receive the information, even if it's emotionally, frantically expressed to you, you can receive it for what it is.
Yeah.
And you can see it for what it is. And you can say, I understand, don't worry, I've got a plan B, C, D, of the whole alphabet here, okay? I'll be fine. And you just got to do your thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I let them do their thing. And obviously, I'm sure, I just hope I don't become that person later on in life where, you know, you try to fucking build a wall around them. You know, but that's my job then, between now and then, to give them what they'll need physically and psychologically and emotionally, you know, and figure out a clever way of just putting it softly and gently, plant seeds, if you will, into their psyche. So I hear myself saying it, I know that it's in their DNA.
They're going to fucking run their own fucking race
DNA.
anyway, dude. They're going running their own.
100%.
It doesn't matter what you do, they're going to run.
I got to concentrate on myself not getting in their way. You know what I mean? That's my biggest objective. Don't get in their fucking way.
Yeah.
Just try to safeguard as best you can without interfering. You know, be the shadow, but don't be trying to tell them what to do or how to do a thing. In regards to like what I do with my life, Teddy.
Yeah.
You know what you want to do, just do it. If I can help you, great. If I can't, sorry. I'll cheer you on.
Yeah.
But parenting is a fucking trip.
Yeah, I love it, yeah.
I don't know what love it. Sometimes I love it, sometimes it scares the shit out of me all the time.
Yeah. It's I know, it's fantastic, you know. It's like
how many kids do you have?
I've 2 boys. Eldest is 12, 13. And
Alright.
the youngest is 8.
Okay.
Going on 9. Perfect. Yeah, I'm blessed to have him.
Well,
And one of them's into karate, actually, like we were saying, into karate.
Look,
yeah,
I
the
always
eldest fella
think
likes his bit of karate, and he likes
karate
his
and
swimming.
boxing, I'd love to get the boys into this.
Would you, yeah?
I really would, because it's not the fighting thing.
Yeah.
There's so much, it's the discipline thing.
Yeah.
You know, and what it does for your own individual self. I got a lot out of it when I was doing it that I still fucking have in my head today. And it was never about fighting for me.
Yeah.
It was always so much more.
Yeah.
There's something very profound about the lessons you can learn for yourself.
Isn't it quite nice in there? I see him going in, they're taking off the shoes, and there's a little bit of kind of respect for
Exactly.
for
And
the
they've
fucking
respect for
teacher,
themselves
and
because
I like
of
the
it.
white, I like the white suits. The whole thing is kind of a nice kind of feel about it, doesn't it?
I was surprised. I was surprised that it's still in Fermoy.
Yeah, in the swimming.
I'm delighted
Inside
it
the
is.
swimming pool as well. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know there used to be a gym and there's the swimming pool. Obviously, you don't go to the swimming pool too much. I go there every week. I love the swimming pool. We always go there.
I used to love going to the pool.
But there's I suppose a hall there as well. Like
I know there was a gym there before.
Yeah, but the karate club now
That's where
rent or have that, or I presume rent it from the council, and yeah, that's where they meet.
That's
That's their club. Yeah, it's a great spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
We we use the swimming pool there like most weeks. We go to Mala swimming pool sometimes.
Yeah, Lucy's always on to me about it, but again, I mean,
We like it.
Work has to take priority for me. It really does. I mean, that's your
We'll
job.
go this evening now. We'll go swimming now this evening, like around maybe 3:30 or something. We'll head off to the pool now. Me and the two kids we'll go for a swim and bring a ball with us and hang out there for a while. It's great.
I looked at Junior again. Loves the water.
Yeah.
Trying to get Sebastian into that relationship with water. I mean, we live in a fucking island. They should know how to swim.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
We
were down in Glenworth last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. Do you know Glenworth down by kind of is the castle and there's the small bridge.
Yeah.
Well, there's a spot there on the right as you're heading towards Glen. Oh, so we were in swimming there last
really?
Sunday even. Lovely. It's as clear
there.
as fucking day, man.
But how deep is it there?
When we got in, it was probably up to my chest.
Oh,
and then you go over to the other side, it's probably out of your depth, and you can swim up there. Yeah, it's lovely. There's a little weir there. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're... Probably you need to be safe and be careful if you're going there. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's a lovely place. It's quite
what's
nice...
the story with the... Because there's people living in that
No, there was something going on there maybe... I think maybe a year or two ago, there was something going on that some family moved back in there and they were stopping access right and the locals are getting a bit fucking wired. But that's all settled now.
Is it?
And that they're no longer living there and the access point is opened up and there's a life buoy there. And you can totally go and walk along that path now and swim in the river. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there is definitely access to that river from that spot again now. I think for a few weeks there was a bit of controversy, but that's all settled. And
I remember I was doing a stone wall entrance there in a house in the village. 2 of them actually last year. I was there before. And the lady there was telling me she'd go down to the dog, walk the dog.
Yeah.
And there was some altercation.
And there was a thing going on there. We were down there about 2 years ago with my
hassle.
family, and actually the night we were there was a guard of car there and there's a bit of fucking young lads and there was a bit of fucking thingy, but we didn't swim anyway, but that's all settled anyway, so that's all over now and it's like it used to be before now, like, and you can go and swim. It's a great spot to go swimming or fucking hanging out.
I know it always looks like a cool spot.
Yeah, it is. It's like a picture postcard.
Yeah.
It
is, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what's it on.
That's another thing I've seen lately about Glenworth. They have a festival going on every summer now as well.
Yeah.
I forget what month it is.
I'd say about maybe it's already been. I've seen the posters for it.
Because I remember thinking, fuck, I can't go. I was interested in going, but because there was a shoot that weekend and I was like, I'm going to the shoot. End of. So that's how I missed the Glenworth. But I was like, I'd love to go and check that out because I love the fact that Kilworth is the same now. Kilworth has a bunch of events in the course of the year.
And Araglan and all these local villages have great.
This activity.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I have the worst opinion of society, but I have nothing but what you call it? There's society, because in my mind they're two different things. And community. Community is the real deal. And society is bullshit.
Okay.
Because society is just a bad idea. And it's just, someone has to be in charge. Fuck off. Community is where it's at. And when I see all these activities happening, that's community.
They're good, aren't they?
And I love that.
They're nice.
Because I remember, do you remember back in the day and from when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
You know where the rugby grounds are now?
Yeah.
There used to be horse shows there.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, I would go around the pike then, would say, I remember an air show there once upon a time.
Yeah, okay.
One time, definitely. All these old aeroplanes, and they were fucking flying them and everything. And it blew my mind. There was a horse show there as well at one stage. But I remember there was always a buzz of shit going on in Fermoy.
Yeah.
It was so cool. It was so busy. And there was none of this bullshit of insurance this, insurance that.
Oh, I know what you mean,
Not to the degree that it is where it's crippling things like that now. I mean, we've a fantastic park in the town of Fermoy, and it's fucking hardly ever used.
It's not used enough, really,
at all.
It? Yeah, and a bandstand as well. It doesn't get used
there
as
should be
much.
bands,
you're
things
right,
there every fucking
it's a really
every
nice,
month of the summer.
It's an amazing. It's a lovely park, like.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Beautiful.
It doesn't get used enough. Anyway,
not at all.
Fucking brilliant. It's nice and quiet when I get down there, so it's great. Fucking keep it that way.
Yeah, when I lived in Fermoy, I used to love going into the park, walk the dog in the park. When I had a black lab there, I used to walk the lab there. Yeah, I loved walking around Fermoy and the outskirts of Fermoy. I wouldn't drive anywhere, I just walked wherever the fuck. And it was just go meet everybody, go talk to everybody and have a great time.
It's a great town.
It is a great town, great people.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's kind of, the grave that got, it just feels a bit downtrodden for a while there.
Maybe some of the downtown looks a little bit fucking kind
Boarded
of like
up.
a little bit fucking, but it's not too bad. Things come and go, don't they?
They
Shops
do.
close and
I'm
open, and
always
they come
saying
and
it,
go.
everything
It's like
changes all
yeah,
the
it's
time.
like
So, but you'd like to see it come back to full glory again. of
maybe
the sort, you
maybe
know
that
what I mean?
square when you go down there. It'd be nice to see the front of it uniformed. You know that.
Yes.
Do you know when you pull up there,
Yes.
and it'd be nice just to maybe uniform that whole
Yeah.
building. But then again, it's belonged to all these different people who can, you can do whatever you want with your shop front or whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it would be nice to make it a little bit more
at
uniform,
least
wouldn't
have
it?
windows in all the windows, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like looking at a pretty face with a black eye and no teeth. It's
But
like,
I know.
go
I know.
to a dentist and put a patch on.
But that's the
Fucking tidy
reality
yourself
of it.
up.
That, things have come and gone, and whatever.
Well, we're not gonna fucking fix it, unfortunately. But
No.
But at saying that, it still has a nice. I hate going there in the Christmas time, traffic wise.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, breaks my goddamn brain going. I go as far as my parents, because there's no problem there. But any further than that,
You're not
I'm
going
on
down
foot.
over the bridge, yeah.
I might go on foot, but that's it. I hate driving in there. The week before Christmas and the week after Christmas.
Yeah.
Forget about it. It's fucking crazy stupid.
Shockers, yeah. I do a good Christmas trade actually on bikes. Yeah, I
I'd
sell
say-
nicely bikes for Christmas. Every little Christmas club, and people put
Yeah.
down deposits, and I'd keep it then till.
You were downtown before.
I was down
weren't
on
you?
McCurtain Street
Yeah.
next to kind of Stack's Chemist down there, between Stack's Chemist and the fruit and veg shop somewhere in there. I had a small unit down there, kind of,
Yeah.
but it was a bit small and pokey and a bit shitty.
I
but-
suppose parking one.
Where I am now
Where
is
you are now is
just-
perfect.
Oh
isn't it?
man, it's a new building, so I'm the first person to go in there. So the
Yeah.
unit itself is lovely. There's loads of parking outside, and it's really good for trying out bikes. It's
And
nice
you,
and
you
smooth.
can have a great range as well inside the shop with
Yeah.
bikes, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I thought the space was nice.
Yeah.
Bright.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I have a lovely unit, and people can take the bikes down Beachville where it's nice and quiet and
Yeah.
on a smooth road, and they can
Go
try
around
out
the bike.
especially
you know
an
what I mean?
electric bike. Do you know what I mean? They can take it down the pike and
I
try
have
and
a-
go up the hill
What's
and stuff
that
like that.
about? Why would you get an electric bike?
Don't know. I'd never buy an electric bike, but I do sell them. Quite
Of course
a bit.
you do. I mean,
I suppose
why
people get
wouldn't
to
you?
work and they're not all sweaty and someone who just kind of.
No, I say fuck
I
the
agree
cop
with you.
on.
I
Get a
agree with
fucking
you.
pedal
Get a
bike, pedal
motorbike.
it.
Get a motorbike or get a push bike, but don't be pretending you're cycling. However, I'm the guy who sells e-bikes, so do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of get it as well, and I'm delighted to sell them to people. But
Of course
if
you
it was
are.
me personally, I wouldn't buy one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd buy a push bike or a motorbike. I wouldn't be going around pretending I'm
I
cycling.
used to have a thing for
But-
motorbikes in a big way.
Yeah.
I was so going to have a motorbike by 20, but my father threatened me with my life.
Yeah,
So it's like,
fair enough.
you're not getting a
Ah,
bike.
he's right too. I'd
Of
never
course
own
he's right.
myself, but
I'd
I'd like part of me would like a motorbike, but
when I see a bike, I mean, I always say, well, that's a lovely horse.
Mm.
Because that's just the words that come into my mind when I'm looking at a beautiful motorcycle.
Mm.
I have a buddy now who's big into motorcycles. I mean, this fucking guy can go tinkering with them mechanically, and you know he can rescue something and bring it back to life,
Yeah.
and do a paint job on it, do all the mechanical stuff, and those people, that's a gift, I think.
It is, yeah.
You know, to have that
That mechanically kind
Capacity.
of fucking thing. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not-
okay with-
I can appreciate it, and I'm happy
Yeah.
that that's all I got.
Yeah. No.
I can appreciate looking at a beautiful motorcycle,
Yeah.
but I damn won't, especially in this country, wouldn't be driving them. The
No.
roads are terrible for them. Like,
Once
you
again,
want something like somewhere in America, probably California, someplace in California is perfect.
the
probably
weather,
for
the
motorcycles.
roads, the
Yeah.
fucking.
Here, no. You want a tank here most of the time.
You do, yeah, and a fucking.
I mean, if
Cover
even
as
if
well.
I was cycling here, if I was to get a bike, it would have to be some kind of mountain bike.
Yeah.
It's
Great
just-
trails. Have you been to Ballyhora? Do you know the mountain bike trip? There's out in Ballyhora. There's like the countries.
Oh, I think my buddy Dave
Oh,
was at
dude,
that.
there's like
Dave
miles
Casey.
and miles of single track.
That the
fucking-
woods
Yeah, it's a Ballyhora woods.
on
in
your way on the
Ballyhora.
old road to Care, is it? There's a
No.
hotel after it, is there?
No. Ballyhora mountain bike trail is from here. You'd go to Kildallery and head out the Ardfinnan Road, and it's there on the left hand side. Ballyhora. Yeah, there's like miles and miles of purpose built mountain bike trails in the forestry there. Like people come from all over to. There's car park, showers. There's a bike shop
Alright,
there
yeah, I'm
that
sure
rents
there's
out bikes.
places
It's
like
like
that.
you wouldn't expect to see it actually in Ireland. It's like it's so well laid out and signed, and
And
you
yet
know what
I
I mean?
fucking
It's
don't know
like,
anything
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
so
it's
I'd
like
be wondering how many other people know fuck all about it. These
Yeah.
people need to get out and bang the drum,
But
ring the bell.
I don't know. I think there is no.
Is
If
it
you
just-
want to go fucking mountain biking, there's a place to go. I mean, they don't need to bang a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at
it's
the
not
same
a bit.
time-
It's not a business. They're not trying. It's like
But if you're going mountain biking, okay,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be nice to know that such a place exists? So you can say,
Yeah.
I'll give it a go, see what it's like.
I think though you would soon
Figure
after.
it out
Yeah, I think
eventually.
soon after you got into a little bit of mountain bike and you
Yeah.
discovered that one of the world's greatest mountain bike trails is like fucking
Yeah.
20 miles out the road. Do you know what I
I
mean?
know it's like me when I come across a band, for example, that
Yeah.
I fall in love with, a
Yeah.
rock band or whatever, a music
You're like,
band.
these
I'm
guys
like,
need to get out there more.
I can't wait to go see these guys live. And then someone say, oh, well, the lead singer's dead with the last 10 years.
Okay,
I'm like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Fuck. It's too late.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. By
Mm.
the time I find something that I'd have been into big time,